This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
Good evening to you at 7. I'm Amanda Starantino at the WRTV studios.
And I'm Mark Mullins, social distancing in my temporary home studio tonight. Let's get the latest right now on the numbers the state health department has given out today. The Indiana death toll is now at 1,550. The number of confirmed cases in our state, more than 26,000, and more than 165,000 Hoosiers have been tested so far. The Rebound Indiana is our initiative here at RTV6, which in part focuses on connecting small business owners with resources. Tonight, our Nicole Griffin is in Hamilton County, where there is help available for businesses that were forced to shut down during the pandemic and are now struggling financially.
Purse Strings here in Clay Terrace is a store that sells purses and other gifts. But for 6.5 weeks during the pandemic, they had to close their doors, which means no money coming in and only money going out.
I collected no money, no paycheck at that time.
Paul Braun owns Purse Strings in Clay Terrace. He also has a store at the Fashion Mall. The father of 6 opened the store back up on May 4th after being closed for weeks during the pandemic. He says he is anxious to get customers back inside his store because even though it has been closed, his bills are still due.
The mall is wanting rent as well when we're closed. That's why I reopened as soon as I could to start getting things paid. And, luckily I've not had payroll yet because I've not had any employees here yet.
Paul has applied for the Paycheck Protection Program loan, but has yet to receive any money. This week, he learned about Hamilton County's new stabilization fund meant to help struggling small businesses that were forced to close.
These are people that are renting space in some of these shopping malls, shopping centers and that type of thing. And they didn't get a break on their rent. These aren't your people that got tax breaks, tax incentive, tax increment financing. And some of these people are hurting real bad. Businesses
can apply for grants up to $10,000. Paul is hoping his business is chosen before he has to make a tough decision.
If I don't get the SBA loan or any of this stuff, we may need to look at that, the possibility of closing, but I'm hoping to muscle through and so we'll see.
Right now, business is still slow. It's down 40% compared to this time last year. He's hopeful it will start to pick back up, though, after more stores in the area open up. Working for you in Carmel, Nicole Griffin, RTV6.
Well, the grant money from the Stabilization Fund comes from the Hamilton County Government Fund. The deadline to apply is next Friday, May 22nd. Money will be awarded no later than June 9th.
The Rebound Indiana also shows you how groups are stepping up to help Hoosier families in need. Clipping coupons is one way to save money, but one group of women goes a step further. Instead of couponing for themselves, they keep a pantry stocked with staples for any Hoosier family.
Just take a minute to pray for all of our families in need.
Christina Huffine started extreme couponing with a personal agenda before she realized that she could use her skills to help others.
I was a family in need going to food pantries and realized I couldn't get like laundry soap, toilet paper, those kind of items at most food pantries. So I just started couponing. I'm one of those crazy couponers. I learned that I can get like toothpaste and some other items for free. So I got a little obsessed with it.
Her obsession became a drive to coupon for a cause, and that is how she founded Dotted Line Divas 5 years ago.
Families get everything free, so they don't pay anything to get the items. Pretty much they just have to show up.
Every family that comes to the Dotted Line Divas open pantry gets a supply of toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant, men, women, and kids shampoo and conditioner, body soap, cleaning supplies, laundry soap, toilet paper, feminine products, as well as diapers and wipes for families with infants. The nonprofit pivoted to a drive-through pantry to keep serving a community that needs their services more than ever before. Dotted Line Divas has been serving 100 families every month, but they have the capacity to serve another 100.
They're just pulling up, lining up in a line, and then we take a picture of their photo ID, and they would get a bag of the same items.
It's not just giving and receiving items, but we are here to form connections and relationships with people.
Amanda Mobley is also part of the Dotted Line Divas. She hopes their support will help Hoosier families cope with lost income or other challenges caused by the coronavirus pandemic.
We want people to be as healthy as they possibly can. And so when you have good oral hygiene, and you're taking care of your body, you're able to perform well at work. You're able to show up the best that you possibly can. And so when that basic need is met, we feel like people are able to then participate in other areas of their life well.
And Dotted Line Divas stocks their pantry through couponing and the help of partner organizations and monthly donors. Their drive-through pantry is open on the third Saturday of every month, including tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. We have more information about Dotted Line Divas and how you can help at theindychannel.com/rebound. After being closed for nearly 2 months, Simon Malls in Marion County are now open at 50% of capacity. The malls include Castleton, the Fashion Mall, and Circle Center downtown. There are several new measures in place aimed at keeping you safe. Social distancing dividers and markers are placed throughout the malls. Occupancy in stores and dining areas will be monitored, and employees are required to wear masks. Masks are recommended for shoppers and will be provided at no charge.
We've had a few waves of rain across parts of central Indiana today, but as we look at the satellite and radar, things are fairly quiet. I think most of us will have a dry evening. You can see there's one area of showers here moving through Hartford City, but that won't last very long at all. We'll just have those mostly cloudy skies after that clears the area. 74 in downtown and Bloomington, 70 in Kokomo, and those temperatures will hold in the 70s right on through 9 o'clock, upper 60s by 10 with mostly cloudy skies. We'll take a look at your weekend in just a few minutes.
Well, here's one way you can stay in shape while staying at home. Next, we'll show you how to get back on your bikes and at the same time give some help to a great cause.
Just search RTV6. This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
An update now to a Call 6 investigation 5 years in the making. Customers who bought cars at Circle City Auto Exchange and related dealerships are relieved the businesses will have to pay $100,000 in restitution. Call 6 investigates first exposed Circle City Auto's business practices back in 2015, namely the dealer not disclosing vehicle crash histories. The Attorney General's office filed a lawsuit in 2015 accusing the dealers of deceptive practices. They reached a settlement on April 6th that requires the dealerships and managers to pay consumers $100,000. Customers say they're glad the businesses are being held accountable, even though only Empire Auto is the only one sued that is still operating. The dealership's attorney says his clients want to move forward and resolve the dispute amicably.
The stay-at-home orders have kept many of us from moving and possibly doing less exercise. The American Diabetes Association wants you to commit to adding activity to your day by setting a goal. Our Alyssa Donovan tonight with the details.
The Indiana Tour de Cure is just 3 weeks away, and now is the perfect time to sign up to run, walk, or bike ride the event.
I recommend during the pandemic registering for a race because that gives you something to work towards and look forward to, and it helps you keep yourself accountable if you're having a hard time finding the motivation to work out.
Corey Migrant, a fitness, nutrition, and wellness coordinator, has been preparing to run the event. She says it's not too late for you to get ready.
A training plan should have cross-train days, so strength training is really important, not only to build strength, but it helps you be a faster and more efficient runner.
1 in 10 people have diabetes, and 1 in 3 people are pre-diabetic. The American Diabetes Association is concerned that more people will come out of the pandemic with some type of blood sugar disorder due to all of the time they're spending being sedentary, which is why setting a goal now to participate in a race like Tour de Cure is so important.
Exercising is one of the top ways to lower your blood sugar.
And the Tour de Cure is virtual this year, so participants can create their own routes within their neighborhoods to ensure they're keeping safe social distancing. All of the money raised from the event goes towards diabetes research and local programming. I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
A local soap company is hoping to clean up on Shark Tank tonight. Ahead, a look at what makes this business so unique when it comes to paying employees and charging customers.
Apply online today.
What started as 3 local roommates taking a closer look at the ingredients in their soap has turned into a thriving business with a unique business model, and they're getting a moment in the national spotlight in tonight's season finale of Shark Tank. I caught up with the founders of Bloomington-based soap company, The Mad Optimist.
It all started with a need for a different kind of product.
There's a lot of manufactured soap out there has an ingredient called sodium tallowate, which is beef fat. And, you know, we are all Muslim and we practice like halal, and we're also like vegetarian and vegan.
That led to the realization that they could make something better than what they could find on store shelves.
So we're like, you know what, why are we putting beef fat on our bodies? Let's create a soap that doesn't have that. So we created all vegan bar.
Mohammed Azarmadi is one part of the Mad Optimist. He co-founded the unique soap brand in 2012 with his brother Mohammed Mahdi and Anthony Duncan. They make custom body care specializing in all natural products that are vegan, halal, non-GMO, gluten, and cruelty-free. Along with the completely customized and made-to-order soaps, body sprays, and lip balms, they offer customers a customized price option with a sliding price scale for all of their products.
For the customers who can pay a little bit more, offset the cost for the customers who need to pay a little bit less. So we're trying to create a community of like-minded individuals. So we base everything off of equality and kind of pushing forward the way businesses can be, changing things for the better.
They have also changed the pay structure within their workplace.
All employees make the exact same hourly wage, which will grow as the company grows. And so even the co-founders will begin getting paid the same wage as well.
It is an innovative way these guys believe they can make the world a better place.
We figured we're optimistic, and the mad portion came from the aspect of we're very much so like quality extremists, and so we go crazy over everything that we do, and so the quality, the craftsmanship, the attention to detail that we pay, we're crazy about body care. So the Mad Optimist.
And if you're wondering how the sliding scale pricing works, you simply pick the price you want to pay on the Mad Optimist website. No questions asked. You can see if the Mad Optimist lured in any sharks tonight at 8 p.m. right here on RTV6.
Not a lot of sunshine out there today, but once the rain moved out, temperatures rebounded into the 70s. 74 right now in Indy and Bloomington, 72 degrees for you in the Greenwood area. A little muggy out there as well, but I think that humidity will drop a bit now that the cold fronts move through, and we've got our winds out of a west and northwest direction. Those winds will also start to taper off a bit during the overnight. Numbers will range from the lower 50s around Peru at 53 degrees into the lower 60s in Bloomington and Columbus. Indianapolis will start off the weekend right around 59. And your Saturday forecast, also a dry start to the day, but we'll see those rain chances return as we head into the afternoon. Rain chances only about 30% for us, though, as temperatures make their way into the middle and even some upper 70s. Can't rule out southern areas. Bedford Seymour could see 80 degrees tomorrow afternoon. 78 in Muncie and Indianapolis. Richmond at 76. So here's a look at TrueCast. We'll go ahead to 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. There you start to see a few of those isolated showers bubbling up. We don't expect any severe weather tomorrow, and as we go into the overnight, we may see a few additional showers or thunderstorms out there. This is mid to late morning on Sunday, 11 o'clock, and you can see that we've got some of that rain knocking on the door in Illinois, but it looks like that will largely bypass us to the northwest before we get into some more widespread showers and storms Sunday afternoon and evening, and there's more of that widespread rain. Some areas could see an additional inch or so of rainfall here as we go through the weekend. And Sunday, the entire state painted in green here, as we do have that marginal risk that a couple of the storms could have some gusty winds. Again, that would be on an isolated basis. But once this system goes through this weekend, it's going to take the mild air along with it and kind of hang up here across the eastern portion of the country. That's going to put us in that cooler flow and take our high temperatures out of the 70s and put them back into the 60s. So we'll go from 77 Sunday afternoon to struggling to get in the lower 60s here for Monday afternoon at 62, 65 on Tuesday. Put it all together for you now in the 7-day planning forecast, and along with the cooler temperatures, we'll have some clouds, maybe a couple of showers around the area on Monday. At least the overnights are not going to be getting cold. We'll dip down into the upper 40s by Tuesday morning, but no threats of frost in that forecast as temperatures do start to rebound heading into the end of next week. We'll have those highs 73 degrees with partly sunny skies on Thursday and Friday right now looking pretty nice. A week from today, a high in the middle 70s. The news at 7 continues right after this.
WeatherTech.com, and stay safe.
WRTV is partnering with United Way to support the Central Indiana COVID-19 Community Economic Relief Fund.
Tonight, a look at how a new grant is helping early intervention services for children who are blind or visually impaired.
Yep, look down. Come on. Yep. So my daughter Lola here, she was born with an extremely rare genetic condition, and as a result of that condition, she has a myriad of health challenges. Epilepsy, autism, global delays. But one she has is called cortical visual impairment. So it's extremely challenging. It's hard enough when you have a child who has multiple disabilities. We spend all of our years trying to build these support systems up to make sure that we have things in place to help teach us.
Hi, Lola. Look how big you are.
And what we do is we go into the homes of these children who have blindness or low vision, so enough visual impairment that it's affecting their learning or development. And we give the parents the knowledge and the tools and the resources and the support and the hope that they need, that their child will go on to, meet milestones and accomplishments and learn, but just learn in a different way. Good morning.
Hey, Bryn.
The current COVID-19 pandemic changed things drastically for VIPs. Because the child's home is their natural environment, and that's where best practice early intervention should take place. Our people are in the homes. They drive all over the state to go into the homes of these kids that have very specialized needs. But what can you do when social distancing is in place and we have medically fragile kids?
Hi, Rochelle. I like your hair. We are one of the very few entities in the state of Indiana that offers vision-specific early intervention. And it's so important to families to have these services because vision affects everything. Vision impacts every area of life and learning. The families have found our services to be very valuable, not only from a perspective of supporting their children during this time, but also to support families and parents as they are now taking on the role of being a family, being a parent, being a therapist, being a teacher, and all these other things that go along with being isolated in a home.
It has really impacted my life. It's just a blessing to have them. When I had no knowledge of anything like that, and I'm a new mom, and I'm learning every day with a therapist. Melissa is great.
Our mission did not stop because of the pandemic, and I think the critical thing for our kids is that their development continues on each and every day. And so to get the phone call from the United Way on that Friday morning, it just, as a mom of a child who's visually impaired and an advocate in the disability community, it spoke volumes.
Good to see that money is being used for great things. That story was produced by the Next Generation Initiative, an Indianapolis-based not-for-profit organization that trains young people for careers in media production and digital content creation. Learn more about the Next Generation Initiative in this story at theindychannel.com.
And if you've got a grad who takes the cake, why not celebrate them with a cake? Sam's Club is usually known for their huge over-the-top cakes, but with graduations going virtual this year, they're launching new, smaller cakes for at-home celebrations. Each cake can be personalized with your graduate school colors, a sweet message, or even their photo, all for less than $10.
We've got some mild temperatures sticking around for the weekend, highs in the 70s with a chance for a few showers and storms, and then we get a little bit cooler heading into next week.
Thank you for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll see you then.